everybody, welcome back. I have to say before I say anything else, please, I implore you to watch the actual video and hear what I have to say before you race down to the comments and leave me a nasty comment, because I just know that's going to happen. What I'm about to talk about is not always like so easy to explain or completely clean cut, if you know what I mean. Also, if you can hear crunching in the background, the babies have got carrots for treats. And in case anybody doesn't watch my Instagram stories, you will not know why Rocky's in a cage. Rocky's in his crate that he sleeps in at night because they can't all be out here because Rocky and Striker, who is on the other side of that table, hate each other and would fight to the death. So they kind of take it in turns to have time with the family in the lounge room, if that makes sense. But he's quite happy in there. He like runs in there of his own accord. He loves it in there and he's got his toys in there, just because I have to say that, otherwise people are going to be like, oh my god, animal abuse. This is what it's like on the internet, guys. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be kind of explaining to you, basically I've been getting, and I have always gotten, but particularly now more than ever, I get comments like, oh, I see you've used Charlotte Tilbury makeup, are you not vegan anymore? Or I put a vlog up last week and in it I'm carrying my handbag, and I had quite a few comments like, oh my god, are you not vegan anymore? I see you're carrying like an LV handbag. And then I also sometimes on Instagram, like people be like, oh, what do you feed your dogs? And then I tell them I feed them, you know, dog food, which is not vegan. They're like, oh, so you're not vegan. So I just wanted to kind of like address this because I think it's something that needs to probably be spoken about a little bit more. And like I said, there's no real like easy way to explain it. It's not that I'm not vegan, just don't know what kind of label to put on myself, basically. I feel like anytime I try and label myself, I never fit snugly in a little box that a label creates. And that's why I very rarely label myself anything, because I never properly fit inside these labels that society creates and that people create. I haven't eaten meat, and neither has Darren over there. We haven't eaten meat in over 4 years. We don't eat any animal products. We don't have any animal products in our house, like food-wise. So usually I would probably say I'm plant-based. But then I'm also like a little bit more than plant-based, because like we only use like vegan and cruelty-free like cleaning supplies. Basically the only meat or like the only animal products we buy is for our dogs, because we have 4 dogs. And they're not vegan. I do get asked this question a lot, especially on Instagram DMs. People like kind of want to know, oh, so you know, you don't eat meat, you're vegan, therefore your dogs must be vegan too. And even now they're eating carrots, and I know if I put that on Instagram stories, people will be like, wait, are your dogs vegan as well? No, my dogs aren't vegan. My dogs eat a really high quality dog food which does have meat in it. And the way I see it is that if I wanted like a vegan animal, I should have gotten a rabbit or something. I know a lot of people do have, you know, animals that they convert to being vegan, and they say their animals are perfectly happy, and I'm sure they can be. But the way me and Darren see it is that our dogs eat vegetables and they also eat meat, and I personally think that's like the best way for a dog to eat. Did Gunnar just steal his carrot? Yeah, I think Gunnar just stole Striker's carrot. Now, like I said, there's no real like easy answer to explain to people, because like I can't call myself technically vegan, I suppose, when for my job I use makeup, and the makeup I use isn't all vegan. It's all cruelty free. None of it's tested on animals. Like that's a huge thing that was actually a huge leap for me with my job, and I've talked about it in the past. But basically I wouldn't be able to have the job I have now if I converted to using only vegan products. I know there's going to be loads of people that disagree with me there, and I do know there are a lot of amazing vegan makeup brands out there and a lot of amazing vegan products, and maybe in the future I will go down that path, but for now the best thing that I can do is be cruelty free, and that was already a huge sacrifice on the part of my career for me to do that. I'm pleased that I made that decision. So that's kind of why I don't call myself vegan. And that's kind of why I call myself plant-based instead. But then I also saw on Instagram there was this huge uproar over like plant-based people call themselves plant-based because they only care about their health and not the animals, whereas vegans care about the animals more than their health. And I'm like, what is this stupidity? Like, why are you trying to pin people against each other? Like, not everybody fits so perfectly into these labels or these little boxes. Like, me and my partner Darren, we adore animals. Like, we've got 4 rescue dogs, we've got a Snoop rat who's a hamster, we have 6 rescue donkeys. Like, we love animals, and literally I just think it's all about doing the best you can do. That's basically the way I see it. Like, we don't eat animal products, we don't buy animal products unless it's for the dogs. However, in saying that, and I have to be like brutally honest with you guys here, if I'm like out at a restaurant, we live in a really, really small town in Ireland, and I remember when I first got back here, vegetarian was a weird thing, let alone vegan. Like, vegan was not a thing here. Now it is. It's starting to like get better known, but when we first came back, people were like, vegan what? In the restaurants, I mean. And so, you know, if I was out with my friends or something, I didn't want to be that awkward, stereotypical vegan, like, forgive me. So I would get, you know, like a vegetarian pasta or something, and if it had a bit of cheese in it, I was like, well, I mean, I hate the dairy industry, but I also don't want to be like that annoying stereotypical vegan, so I'll just bloody eat it. So I have been doing that, and honestly I'm not really happy doing that. So what I think I'm gonna need to do for myself is start to call ahead if I know I'm going to a certain restaurant, and just say like, I don't want to have any dairy, I don't want to have like any meat or eggs or anything. Like, what can you make something for me that's not lettuce? So that's what I'm going to start to do, because I have been doing that, but I feel bad about it because I don't agree with the dairy industry. I think it's horrific. If you guys don't know about the dairy industry, you might think it's fine, but it's really not. So I urge you to research it if you want to. But I'm also not that kind of like vegan that would be like, you know, asking the chef in the kitchen like, has my vegan food touched any animal products? Like, I'm not quite that militant about it. That's probably the wrong word. And the thing is, like, I do support other vegans, and I know like other vegans doing amazing things for the animals, for the planet, for their health, and all I'm doing is I'm just trying to do the best I can. And I think that's all you can do, and that's all I ever tell people to do. I get a lot of questions as well, like, oh, I love animals, I really want to go vegan, but I don't know where to start, and it seems so hard. And I think people are scared as well. Like, they might love animals and they want to make a positive change for themselves and for the animals, but they're kind of scared that if they stuff up, they're going to get judged for it by other people or by other vegans. And it does happen, and I think it's really sad, because everyone, in my opinion, everyone should just do the best they can. Like, if you don't think that you are able to go fully vegan overnight, then take it day by day. Like, kind of slowly substitute animal products for non-animal products, and don't beat yourself up. Like, if you make a mistake or you order something and it's got cheese in it, for example, like, I know some people get so down on themselves if they make a mistake like that, and it's like, don't be so hard on yourself. You are trying to do a good thing here, so, you know, be easier on yourself. Just do the best that you can do for the day that's in it. Hey Strike, you want to say hello? Striker. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, the handbag thing, I'm gonna have to address this because I did have so many comments and I ended up deleting them because I was like, oh, I don't want like vegans fighting with non-vegans or other vegans in my comment section, because I just think that's such a bad look. So I just deleted the comments. But I did have so many comments like, oh, you claim you're a vegan yet you're carrying a LV handbag. And it's like, oh, like, why do things have to be so like pernickety? I bought this handbag, right? I've got this huge big handbag that's so handy for me because it carries all my stuff and also all my filming equipment. It's a bloody huge handbag, and I bought it years ago, and the reason I bought it was because I got told by the sales assistant that it was all canvas, and I'm like, oh my god, like, you know, a really good quality nice bag that I've wanted for years is all canvas, therefore it's vegan, therefore I'm gonna buy it. And I did buy it and I loved it. And then I realized the whole bag is canvas, but the handles are leather. And I know some people would kind of, you know, then get rid of the bag, but I still like the bag. I've already purchased it. The money's already gone to the company and I use it. So I just keep using it, but I'm not gonna go out and buy any other bags with leather, if you know what I mean. I also do have like handbags, and I've got shoes that I had before I ever stopped eating meat and, you know, went cruelty free, went plant-based, vegan, whatever you want to call it. I still have those handbags. And again, I know some people would be like, oh, I don't even want them in my life, and they get rid of them, but I kind of think the damage is already done. I've already got these handbags. You know, if I wasn't using them, then I would sell them on and get rid of them. But I'm of the opinion, if I'm still using it, I'm just gonna, you know, keep using it until it wears out, and then that will be that. But I'm not gonna go out and, you know, purchase a leather handbag or something like that. If you guys, hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm meaning in this video, otherwise I know I'm gonna get a heap of backlash. And all I'm trying to do is just explain, like, that, you know, I don't eat any animal products. I guess you could probably say I am vegan, you could probably say I am plant-based, or you could probably say I'm neither of them. Like, it's a complicated subject, and yet it's also so simple at the same time. I think people just make it more complicated than it has to be. Basically, all it boils down to is that I love animals. I would never go out and kill an animal myself. In fact, I would do anything I could in life to prevent a human killing an animal. So that's why I don't consume them. I don't want a dead animal on my conscience, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know, does that make me vegan? Does that make me plant-based? I don't even know at this stage what labels I can even put on myself. And sorry guys if this video is coming off like whingy or negative. I feel a bit ill today. I have like an upset stomach, and I feel queasy, like I might spew at any moment, but I'm battling through anyway. I wanted to end this video on a more positive note. Basically, like I said, because people know that I don't eat meat and I don't eat eggs and whatever, fish and all that, they want to know, like, how can they go vegan, or like how did me and Darren do it. So what we did, we actually did go vegan pretty much overnight. What happened was, it was about, I think it was over 4 years ago now, we sat down and we watched a documentary called Earthlings. We watched Earthlings, and Darren wasn't gonna watch it with me. I was like kind of thinking to myself, you know what, I want to stop eating meat, I want to eat, you know, a vegan diet, and I'm gonna watch this documentary. And I was like, hey Darren, I'm gonna watch this documentary called Earthlings, all about animals. Do you want to watch it with me? And he was like, meh, yeah, okay. And bear in mind, this guy was the guy that used to eat, he's Irish, traditional Irish, and he used to eat meat and dairy for like breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snacks, midnight snacks, for everything. And there was no way he was ever going to stop eating that, or so I thought, and so he thought. So me and him, we sat down and we watched this documentary, and by the end of it, we were like, well, we're not eating meat anymore, I guess we should go get rid of it all. And our kitchen was suddenly vegan, so the next day we had to go and do shopping. And from then on, we never ate meat again. That was literally the last time we ever ate meat. And so that happened. So that's literally what we did. We did do it overnight, and of course you make mistakes here and there, and it is a learning process, like learning what foods you like, what meals to make. So even though we kind of did it overnight, it's also still a process, but it's a fun one. Like, we really enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it. Like, if I discover a great new vegan meal, I get so excited about it. Like, I think a lot of people make it sound like starting to eat like a vegan diet or eat plant-based is a lot harder than it is. And for us, it really wasn't. It was like a fun kind of journey. So there's 3 documentaries that we watched that I would recommend you guys watch if you're at all interested in this whole topic. And I'd probably say watch it in this order as well. This is what we did. So I recommend you watch Forks Over Knives first. That's kind of all about the health aspects of veganism versus eating meat. So Forks Over Knives. Cowspiracy is another really good one that talks about like the environmental impact of agriculture and the meat industry and the dairy industry and veganism. And then the third one, which is the real kicker, which is what sent us vegan, is Earthlings, which is all about the animals. So that's what I'd recommend you guys doing. This is what we did, and it kind of provides all the information educationally that you'd want to know. And then I also did not recently, but I did kind of read a book on Audible about how to go vegan, because I was planning on making a video like telling people how I went vegan, and you know, if you want to do it, here's how to do it. I probably still will make that video if you guys are interested, like a more in-depth video, and show you some recipes and stuff that I think would be great, like nice simple vegan recipes if you're considering going vegan, or even just cutting out like meat and a few times a week or something like that, and substituting it for something tasty and plant-based. So I did read this book. It's on Audible. I'm working with Audible all year, by the way, guys, so you're probably going to see a few sponsored videos by Audible, which I'm so excited about because it's a service that I use myself and have been signed up to for the last 2 or 3 years or something like that. Let me get this book up for you. There's a lot of vegan books on Audible if you kind of want to put something on in the background to listen to while you're doing your makeup or something like that. That's what I usually do. And Audible, in case you guys don't know what it is, it's an online Audible book service. So you sign up, you create an account and you sign up, and it's like a monthly thing. So I think I pay, I can't remember exactly, but I think it's $7 per month I pay, and you can kind of just download Audible books and listen to them, and they've got so many different things. Like, they've got literally everything on there. It's so good. This is the one, How to Go Vegan. That's the one I thought would be really good for you guys to listen to if you were at all interested in veganism, or interested in trying to eat a vegan diet, or even just like wondering how hard it would be. I listened to this one and I thought it was really simple, really easy to understand, and not at all, you know, like there's sometimes like vegan stuff can come across a bit preachy or a bit judgy. This book isn't like that. It's like a really nice, easygoing book, and it just makes it really easy. It's not, like I said, it's not a book that you actually sit there and read. It's an Audible book. So what I would recommend you do if you're interested, I don't know, maybe while you're making dinner or something, just download it, put it on in the background and listen to it. Or what I do is when I'm doing my makeup in the morning, I listen to audiobooks then. So yeah, this is what it's called. It's called How to Go Vegan, and it's by Veganuary. So what you guys can do if you actually want to listen to this book for free, because I'm working with them this year, I have a thing where you can get a free book. Let me find what the actual code is. Whoa. Okay, so if you go to www.audible.com/StephanieLange, I'll put that in the description box down below for you guys as well. Or you can text my name, which is Stephanie Lange, to 500-500. You get an exclusive 30-day free trial and a book download of your choice. So I recommend you download this one, the How to Go Vegan one, because I listened to it and I've been vegan for 4 years and I still found it interesting and helpful. So there's a way you can listen to the book for free. Like I said, I'll put everything in the description box down below. And then if you do enjoy the service, you can kind of sign up the way I have. Like I was signed up to Audible. Like, I'm a member of Audible and I'm paying my membership and everything. I've been that like a year or two before they ever started working with me. So I'm really pleased about that. And then every month then you get one free Audible book download, and you can also choose from like all the subjects they have. They also do have lots of vegan cookbooks, vegan audio cookbooks. Why can't I speak today? On there, like, there's so much stuff. Can you guys see? There's so much on there just on the topic of veganism alone. Another thing that, oh sorry Rassi, she always lies here and I always get off the lounge and tread on her. Another thing that I would recommend if you're actually like serious about it, oh my god guys, we have so much washing hanging up inside because this is the weather outside. It's been so rainy and stormy for like the last 2 weeks since we got back from Australia. So these are my little cookbooks that I have, and I find them like really helpful if I don't know kind of what to make that's not got meat in it and stuff. This one here, these two guys, they're called The Happy Pair. They're Irish. They have a YouTube channel, which I'll also link down below. They have an Instagram, which I'll also link down below, and they are so inspirational. I think they're both vegan now, but and they do have a brand new vegan cookbook out, which I bought for my sister. This one here isn't fully vegan. This is vegetarian and vegan. So I kind of just like, if I see a vegetarian recipe that I like, I just kind of substitute the milk for like, you know, plant milk, and the cheese for cashew cheese, etc. But this is a really good book, and I still get loads of recipes from here that I like. Like, they've got breakfasts, kind of soups. It just gives you some like ideas of what to make if you're kind of new to the whole thing and not sure what the hell to eat once you start cutting out like animal products. Just makes it easier. Then this one here, my sister Nit bought me for my 30th birthday, and this is the Avant-Garde Vegan. He's also on Instagram and YouTube, so I'll link him as well. And this is a fully vegan cookbook, and my gosh guys, it's got so many recipes. It's got desserts, it's got like main meals, breakfast, sides, lunches, literally everything you could possibly imagine. And like, look how good the food looks. Love this. Then this one here is the other one I'd recommend. This is the Thug Kitchen. Eat Like You Give a Fuck. I just think this book is hilarious. And again, it is a vegan cookbook. And it's got loads of delicious, like really easy but delicious recipes in it. Me and Darren like this one. Like, it's just so funny how they even describe how to make the food. Like, they're so rude, but I kind of like that humor. I just think it's hilarious how bold they are. Hey Darren, do you have any advice for someone that was like interested or considering going vegan? She's currently making vegan banana bread, by the way. It's delicious.
You're gonna have to eat a lot of food. You're gonna have to figure out how to replace what you used to eat. I mean, everything stays the same, really. Carbohydrates are all vegan.
Okay, by the way, can I just add in that he's speaking from like a personal trainer's point of view and a bodybuilder? Because I would be like, what do you mean carbohydrates?
So basically you just need to like swap out your protein sources, that's it. So
yeah.
Look up tofu.
Tofu is good.
Tempeh.
Tempeh is hard.
Seitan.
That is just a random name. Who calls a food Satan? Like what?
Yeah, tried some of the mock meats.
Yeah, Gardein is really good. Fry's family. What else?
Beyond Burgers.
Beyond Burgers, yeah, they're so good.
I mean, if you're in America, like your options will be unreal.
Endless.
If you're in England, London, your options are unreal. Anywhere in England, Dublin, Australia. It's
just kind of harder in the smaller towns to eat out, I find, but like making food at home yourself is pretty damn easy. Wow, I'm so pale. If you guys want me and Darren to film the video kind of on like the in-depth version of how we went vegan, what we did, because like I said, we did kind of do it overnight, and what our like in-depth tips would be, and what our like recipes we'd recommend you guys to make if you were considering going vegan at the very start. If you want us to make that video, let me know in the comments down below, and then we can try and film it this week for you guys if you actually want to see that. Otherwise, I hope this video kind of cleared a few things up for you guys. I probably didn't, because I know that I probably didn't explain myself very well. But no, I still don't eat any kind of animal foods. Like, I never will again. Obviously, I'm excluding the odd mistake here or there, or if I'm at a restaurant in the town and there's cheese, Parmesan cheese on the pasta, I'm excluding that. I mean as a whole. And no, I'm never going to eat meat again. I'm never going to not eat a plant-based diet, because this is the way I feel best, and it suits my ethics as well. So yeah, I hope that video made sense to you guys. I'll put all the info I can. I'll also try and link those cookbooks down below for you guys as well, because they are helpful. And I will love you and leave you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.